have one. And also, I don't think
That's horseshit.
like if we think about it realistically, I like don't think that my body can do a VersaClimber, even if it's super low key and super slow for more than like 17 minutes max.
Yeah,
Like I
that's how
just
it is
don't
at
think it's
first. Like when I first started using it, I would use it for like 10 minutes and I'd be like, wow, I can't do it for like 3 days. I'm so fucking sore. But I actually like
yeah.
took like a few times and then I could just do it indefinitely. It's not too
Oh,
bad.
it's like yeah, I know that that's the vibe, but it's like
It
is that
does
even
suck though. It's not
it's just
great.
like, the first few times it just sucks.
Yeah, it's gonna be awful.
Listen to me. I'm taking a show time for all this ass on Christmas. That's all I'm saying.
Faye, well, I'm doing an assignment that I remember doing like a long time ago.
Exactly. And at least like they were saying it to his face. You know, at least like they were
Have you guys ever had German rye bread?
Hmm.
I haven't.
I've had rye bread. I'm not sure what the German version is.
German rye. Not German rye.
German rye?
what about him the other day?
I want to like 3D model this like I'm making this whole system to mount an external monitor like from my ceiling, but in a way that like you can adjust its position for so that I can like be on my treadmill and like playing StarCraft or something.
Good to see you again.
You're actually gonna play StarCraft?
We'll
Dude,
see.
that'd
We'll
be
see.
so hype.
So fun. I'm literally like when I'm working, I'm like now I'm like, oh, I should have a hotkey for this, or like use a hotkey for this thing that I'm
Yeah.
doing, like all the time now. Now I use like when I want to make a new tab in Chrome, I like realize I like click the plus button, but now I just like hit Control T and like immediately
Yeah.
start typing. I just like my brain is so used to hotkeys now.
Yeah.
It's sick.
On exercise 1 on the lab, are the last symbols, the 42 symbol 5 plus 3 symbol 16, are those division signs?
I think that's mod.
Oh,
Wait, let me go to it.
Which is the
Two.
percent sign?
and that's like on its head a little bit. But like the like goofy division signs that we did in like 4th grade.
Yeah, I think it's the percent sign maybe.
It's percent. Wait, 42% of 5 plus 3%
No, but
of
so the percent sign,
Yeah.
we call it is mod.
We call it mod, yeah.
Okay.
And it's do you remember from lecture what it is? It's
I remember him.
we can explain it pretty quickly.
Okay.
It's basically like so like remember when you first learned division before learning decimals.
Wait, mod is like
you
the
look at-
leftover, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's just the remainder. Yeah.
I see. Okay, so like 42 over 5 is 8, and then wait, where's the lab? Where's the okay. So then the mod is 2, and then wait, 3 over 16 is 0, so right? So the mod is it 18? It's not 18. Am I doing addition wrong? 42 over 5. 16, so the mod is 2. Why isn't it 18?
So, so actually pull up a. Actually, wait. I'm gonna share my screen.
Okay. How do you share your screen? Side note. Oh, your screen.
The bottom left is a little share screen. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Can you see this?
Yeah.
Oh, I think you have to.
Finally,
Yeah,
we get the biggest budgets and the biggest brands
I
see the
can't
42
and the
mod
biggest
5
day.
plus.
People actually
Can I-
care and they want to talk about it, and that gets me really excited. So today
Watch
we're going to be
stream.
reviewing
Okay.
all of the ads
Dude,
from
yeah.
Super Bowl 58 and seeing if any of
Okay.
them
So,
were worth a damn.
um,
Specifically worth
so one thing is that
$7 million.
basically, as
which
with
is
all
what it costs
expressions,
to buy a Super Bowl ad
you
this year.
do-
I guess inflation
you
is
go by
surely
like
dead
order of precedence,
because it
and
cost
mod
$7
is
million
higher
last year
precedence
too.
than addition, right?
For the first time, it didn't spike. 7 million,
So-
flat. But it is the most
So, like,
expensive Super Bowl ever if you count everything
This
else. So
operator is higher precedence than
um,
this player. So first,
$7 million per
These
30-second
two,
slot, which means if you see a 1 minute
these
long
two
Super
are
Bowl
of
ad
the
that
same
costs
precedence.
$14 million
So we go from left to
just
right.
for the slot. Not
So,
for the
as you
celebrities,
said,
not for the
42
shoot,
mod
not
5
for the other airtime or the social media
is
blitz.
what
Just
now?
14 million just for the slot.
The
which
leftovers
means
too,
This is
because it fits into
it's a
8
big
times.
deal.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah.
far and away
So
more than
basically-
ads cost anywhere else. And therefore, if you're
we
going
have
to
that,
spend
right?
this much, ideally,
Okay,
your
Arrow.
ad
Two
is good.
plus
Ideally, people will like it. Or
mod divided by 3, yeah. And then what we do is
Oh,
this.
it's 2 plus 3. Oh, yeah. Oh, wait. Okay, yeah, that's what I did. The mod is 16.
So here's the way I think about mod and remainders in general is why is 42 mod 5 2? Because 5 goes into 42 8 times, and then there's 2 left over. So more generically, how many times does the right hand side go into the left hand side, and then how much is left over?
it improves
Yeah,
the
16
goes in
relevancy
here.
or
times.
brand
Yeah,
positivity
and then
of
how much
your
is left
brand.
over?
16.
I don't know about,
Am I being
I don't know
stupid?
about that. So it's the right hand side. How many times does it go in the left hand side?
It's 3.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, wow.
And then
Sorry.
you have 2 plus 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 5. Well, sorry, that was literally just me being stupid.
No, no.
Okay. Okay, so thank you.
Yeah.
I need everyone to know that I'm actually on like exercise 5, and I've tried to go back to this problem so many times and like do percent. I don't know. Doing the weird.
The mod. Oh, so you're on. Wait, you're on.
I'm on
exercise 5 in the lab. I see. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Anyway, I've been like molesting this.
The operand on the left. All right. Ugh,
Thank you.
dude, I'm just doing cardio. I'm just walking on a 25% incline.
Did that happen this year? I'm not so sure. Couple things I want you to know before we jump into reviewing the ads themselves and giving them all a rating. Let's set
God, my new computer is making my life so much better. It's insane.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
hell yeah.
Half a minute to like change code and then see the changes.
the
because
stage for-
the game takes a while to compile. And
Yeah.
there's like a threshold where like if it takes more than like 20 seconds, then you're not just gonna like stare at your screen the whole time. So
Yeah,
I just,
yeah.
like,
You're
quit
gonna
it.
like
And then I just like
get
forget what I'm
distracted.
doing. Yeah, and that times like 40 or 50 times a day, it's like really adds up and makes me less focused. But now I'm like fully like just zoned in the whole time, like and I just got so much done today. So sick. Didn't realize how much better it'd be with a desktop. try my treadmill. I wasn't able to try it before because it would immediately trip my breaker.
Oh.
So I bought an extension cord. I don't know why it didn't happen when you came over, but it happens all the time. Like, it's unusable. So I
Yeah.
bought an extension cable to plug it into my other circuit.
Yeah.
I wonder if your power bill's way higher because you're just running a treadmill for like 3 hours a day.
I mean, probably. I don't know about way higher. I actually have a
And
little
and a blower fan.
Yeah, pretty
It's a little
intense
bit
actually, but I have like a little meter that like calculates how much electricity is being used. So I could like use that actually. I use it to like plug my car into. Which has been crazy because I'm like, wow, I feel like I've
what the
driven so
world
much
is
in the
like
past,
for advertisers going
8
in
months,
to the
9
Super
months
Bowl.
that I've had my
Number
car.
one,
So, like, I guess 8 months.
it's the most
But,
play
like,
it safe year almost ever.
I think I've spent like
and that's largely because
$60
of
on, like,
social media backlash, which was
something like
huge
70.
in 2023.
I've never plugged it into
Okay?
an outlet without it.
We
being
all
in,
remember
like,
the Bud
case. I'm like,
Lights
well,
controversy,
Oh, so
but that has
$70 a
scared the
year.
piss out of big marketers.
yeah.
The fact that they could say
Meter.
one thing wrong or do one Instagram post that hits the wrong group wrong and end up with a gigantic boycott lasting months is scaring the living daylights out of these brands, and therefore they are trying to be as safe as humanly possible. They don't want to offend anyone, which is always, as everyone knows from creative endeavors, the way to be really memorable is to be as bland and unoffensive as possible. So that's what we're going into. You know, every major brand is thinking like this. The second thing is, how do you become bland and unoffensive? How do you make sure everyone likes you? Celebrities. The big theme going into this year's Super Bowl is the fact that it is overwhelmingly stuffed to the gills with celebrities. Companies know that if their brand isn't likable enough, or if their ideas aren't shareable enough, or if their marketing team isn't good enough, they can throw
just, like, the
celebrities in there to
craziest
increase the likelihood that it gets
swishing
shares,
noise
which prevents the
from
person that
the
did it from getting
treadmill.
fired, and to
I'm
increase
also, like,
likability.
breathing.
If your brand isn't likable, but you can get Bradley
I
Cooper,
wonder
he's
if I, like,
likable, you put him in there,
I'd say I
it
don't
drags
think
it up a
you
little
can,
bit.
Adjust your noise.
And this year they went
Discord
off
and-
the rails with it. So again,
Yeah,
this has been
Discord-
trending
actually,
up over time. The number of
what I
ads
could
with
probably
celebrities
do-
has gone up. It used to be
Well,
like
I'm
2/3 of
going
ads didn't
to
have any in them.
switch
Now it's
my
only
mic
1/3 that doesn't.
my laptop
Now 2/3
mic, and
do,
we'll
and
just
many
see
of
if
them
that's
have
better
more.
or worse.
They're becoming like a celebrity soup, where they're just pushing a bunch of
Right now I'm
celebrities in the
using
ads.
my AirPod mic.
The third
Let's see.
and maybe
Okay.
most important thing about
Input
this year's
device?
Super Bowl that you should know is that it's the first year where the average
Alright, how
age
does
of the
that sound?
viewer
How we doing?
is 43.
That's literally
which
so
sounds
much
really
better.
old, but in fact, that is the single either oldest millennial or youngest Gen X, which means this is the first official millennial Super Bowl. This is it. From here on out, starting with this Super Bowl, for the next 10 to 15 years, every Super Bowl is going to get more millennial. Usher is not millennial. He's Gen X.
I am
But his music
literally
appeals
about
to the millennial
try
generation. It was a
for the first time
crossover.
in my life.
As we go forward,
Kinda
the guests will get more millennial. The
Careful
topics
about how
of the
much
commercial will
water
get more
you put in.
millennial. Everything from now on, you're going to
you're
see more doggos and
making
Harry
it
Potter. And this is the
I'll put it
beginning of the
pieces
end if you
back.
don't like millennials. We have basically the next 10 years on lock.
Police expand.
The average age of an American, like the
No,
most
you're just
common
like,
age for an American to
Putting
be
in too much
is
is kinda like,
32.
oh, shit. Now it's like really runny.
So they're entering their prime late 30s spending
Oh,
years,
money.
and it's going to be a domination from here forward. This was the first one, and you could just tell from the early 2000s theme of all of the stuff that came out. That's where it's at. So the final thing you want to mention is that AI. AI, I thought, would be a bigger theme going into the Super Bowl because AI has dominated the stock market. Every company knows that if they say AI on earnings calls, it juices their stock, they get more investors, their price goes up. However, this graph shows most Americans are getting more and more scared and concerned about AI. They don't like it. It's generally not very popular. So you're actually going to see less of it in the commercials than I thought originally, because people realize that average people don't like it. And so it will be tried to force in, but in like different opaque side slanty ways rather than upfront and center just saying AI a bunch of times, because the average person actually doesn't like it. For example, you might see a Jesus ad with 6-toed feet. They don't mention the AI, but this doesn't look very normal to me. So that's that. We're going to jump into the ads. I think I've got a little bit more to tell you about Temu, but that's our ad. So to rank the ads, I created a proprietary tier list that should really hammer home the differences in the ads. Here it is. Every single Super Bowl ad in order, in the order they were played during the show.
Sure,
We'll be
I remember
watching them and
solving
reviewing them.
Cafe Wall. It was like a Friday night.
Yeah.
I was like, I had just gotten the assignment, and I was like, wait, this looks fun. And then like I went to Housey House
Yeah.
and sat on the couch and worked on it till like 2 a.m. on a Friday or 1 a.m. on Friday. And I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I think I'm done. And it was like really funny.
That's great.
I feel like most of my Fridays for CSC 142 was like I was just like working on it on Friday.
Yeah.
I didn't party for all my freshman year. I didn't drink once. Actually, until spring break. Because I went to WSU for spring break.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't do much partying in all of college.
Oh yeah, but let's see.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I think we did have some house parties.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there were a few here and there.
Top tier, actually great. This is very simple. An ad that actually is pretty great. Second tier, pretty solid. This is an ad where you're not offended by it. You know what? It's not over the moon. It's not changing your life, but it's a solid ad. This is where most ads should fall. Easy to forget. 90% of all advertising really falls into this category, where you see it, you blink, and you've forgotten it. The designed by committee culture and the inoffensiveness of it is designed to leave no impression on your mind at all and just prevent the marketer who made it from getting fired.
What's awesome?
PB2, the one with
Oh, word.
Coco.
Wait, so what are you doing with it?
Okay, so something awesome. I'm doing something awesome with it. I
This is
put it in a. What'd you say?
I simply said this is fucking awesome.
No, yeah. it is.
Macklemore's gift shop.
I did two things. First, I put it in a little bowl, and then I put some water in it, and then I was like, let me just mix it up and try it. And then it was really good, and so I ate it all. And then I put some more
This
in
is
the
not
bowl
going to
with a
be
little water,
in there.
And then I turned it into
Actively bad
peanut
is an
butter,
ad where
and
it's
then I
like,
put
this
a
is
little
so
yogurt in it and a little
poorly
fuel
thought
in
out, it
and
decreases your
I
opinion of
put
the brand. You don't just
frozen
forget about
blueberries
it, you
in and
remember it,
now
but
I'm
it's negative.
literally feasting.
And then finally, the
And it's
WTF
awesome.
category for anything that's weird or we can't place. Ads that are just too out there to understand. This is our tier list. We're going to go through all of the ads and put them in here. Now, I think, if you know me, I have a pretty simple system for deciding if an ad is good. If it's somewhat clever and has some sort of message, some sort of clear message that can impart upon the viewer about their product or brand, then you've done a decent job. A lot of people see this. It's not that hard. You'd think. You'd think. Again, I think I'm an easy grader, but seeing the ads this year at the Super Bowl party I was at last night was shocking. So let's jump into it, and let's start with the very first ad that was played during the day, the Intuit TurboTax ad. Let me pull up my playlist, and we'll start. I'm sorry, the very first ad was A Quiet Place. I'm sorry, Quiet Place is the very first ad. A Quiet Place. Our very first ad. Gasp. Okay. See, the thing about movie trailers is I almost didn't include them. It's such a different category of ad. Movie trailers have already existed for a long time. They just play their trailer. They work. It's fine. This is fine. At least they have this funny little. Shh. I think it's fine. I think we'll put it in A tier. This is no thought even needed. No thought even needed. Again, most movie trailers I think is gonna fall in here. Movie trailers. By the way. We did a little analysis on the YouTube views of every single one of these ads. Pretty much all of them, the ads, fairly low views. By far, the million view plus, the 5 million view plus, are all the movie trailers. People like watching movie trailers. It's fun. It's entertainment. The ad only has to be entertaining. That's easy. They're just selling you a fun experience. It's different when they got to sell you life insurance or a car or, you know, that's where they have to find a way to make it clever, even though the product isn't as interesting. And those are more fun to watch for me. That's more of a challenge. Jumping to number 2, TurboTax. One of the title sponsors. Dude, stop playing the gasp.
When Doug and Andre came to TurboTax,
we navigated a turbulent housing market by
buying a motorhome.
But we didn't know the first thing about filing taxes as first-time home buyers.
I knew how to make their move count. We file taxes for millions of new homeowners and guarantee 100% accuracy on land and sea.
Was that a shark?
yes.
Make your moves count. Intuit TurboTax, 100% accuracy guaranteed.
Incredibly boring. Incredibly boring, normal TurboTax ad. Nothing Super Bowl upgraded. Pretty lame. Intuit TurboTax, by the way, is a horrendous company that survives by constantly lobbying the U.S. government to stop progress so they can farm every American for money, basically like a tax, every single year to file stuff that should be easy. They're a bad company. However, I'm not going to judge ads based on that. I just think this is a pretty forgettable bad ad. And I'm going to put it in actively bad. Maybe it's forget. Actually, I'll put it easy to forget. It really is. It's just easy to forget. That is a blink and you forget it ad. No unique hook. Yeah, nothing to stand out in your mind at all. This is a easy to forget ad. Now we got Deadpool. This was probably, I think, the most viewed Super Bowl ad on YouTube of all. And for obvious reasons, people actually like this brand. This is only thing this ad has to do is to be fun. That's it. They win if it's fun because the movie can be fun, and that's easy. So let's watch the Deadpool ad, which kicked off.
Happy birthday.
There we go.
Happy birthday to you.
All right, okay. It's been a challenging few years, for sure.
Where
I'm
are you
happy.
using the J. Grasky bugger?
That is because of each and every one of you.
Like, this
I'm
isn't
the
working
luckiest
the way I
man
thought it
alive.
would.
Make a wish, buddy.
You get net bean.
Wade Wilson? Who's asking?
This isn't the ad. Oh, they cut it down for Super Bowl, right? Well, this is what they linked as of the. We'll watch the trailer. It's fine.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Again, yeah, pretty positively reviewed. Again, Deadpool, one of the last, Marvel adjacent brands that still has, I don't know, positive fan momentum. I don't know how else to say it. I want to show you this. I want to show you this.
Jenkins, get in
This was great. I will watch a little man carrying thing skit.
here.
Sir?
Yeah, I need to ask you something. What do we do with Deadpon?
Deadpool?
Now that we've acquired
Great
20th Century
equals
Fox, we need to get
4.0.
Dead Guy figured
It's a
out.
very successful franchise.
I know, and I like that.
But he doesn't fit with the wider MCU.
I mean, Ant-Man and
That's
Deadpool in the
so
same
up.
movie? I don't see that.
Well, no one's going to be thinking about Deadpool when we've got the Eternals.
So we keep him far away from our precious IPs, okay? Far as possible.
I agree.
And make him PG-13.
Obviously.
Thanks for coming in.
Sir?
So how's Deadpool coming along?
Great. Great so
Could we
far.
move that release date forward?
Wait, what? My football!
It just got.
Man, we're in the middle of the reviews, all right? We're watching.
I'm aware.
All right, well.
You probably need the football.
I don't need the football,
why'd
but
you
thank
get
you.
it?
I got it because I wanted to hold it up at the beginning, but it wasn't here in time.
Well, if I was, you just didn't check.
I ordered this Rush from Amazon. I should have got it from fucking Temu, dude. Fuck. Anyway, wait, I watched this.
Forward a little bit, maybe?
It would be impossible.
And the new Avengers movie?
Oh, you mean Avengers Deadpool and Avengers Deadpool is Tony Stark?
Yep.
Pre-production is going well. The Deadpool Eternals spin-off is moving forward too.
What?
The Eternals, it's a movie that we made.
Oh, yeah. Market forces have dictated that I only care about Deadpool now.
Don't you only care about what makes you money?
Yes.
Yeah, exactly. Basically, Disney is now
I thought it would
fucking
feel-
worried that all
I'm
of
like,
the
I don't
millions
know.
of Marvel things they've pushed
So
out have
also
now
the,
ruined.
Other extra weird thing is my treadmill is not like a beasted one like Todd's.
Yeah.
So
You put it on like a cinder block, right?
yeah, it's on a cinder block, and I have to wear
The
like a really heavy
fan
ass
excitement,
backpack.
and so Deadpool's the last thing they got people still like, and they're gonna go all in, which
Yeah,
I'm
you don't
sure
have
will
to- all
work.
right,
Just
gotta
shove
be-
out 14 Deadpool things, and then that will of course work.
I feel like you need to wait.
There's
wait.
no
Yeah,
way that
we
also
see you.
ruins it.
just-
Perfect. Perfect,
Just
perfect,
for a
perfect.
second. Actually, yeah, wait. I want to see Mason and Todd doing
Okay,
cardio
next up we
right
have
now.
Wicked. First look.
Happy birthday.
Are you doing cardio?
Me? Right now?
Yeah.
No,
Mhm.
not right now. I did it earlier
So-
though. I did it
Okay,
earlier.
fan.
Mhm.
Top the fan is giving pretty.
It's so funny. The fan is just like blasting,
Mhm.
and it's amazing. That's amazing.
Mason,
Dude,
And
we
also, it's
get-
like
we
I
get
was
into
like, I was so like, fuck. I need like I
which
what's that shit? Damn nice keyboard.
dude, how do I switch my freaking to the other camera? Oh, here we go. All right. I got my heavy ass backpack on.
oh yes.
Do you have a
Let me get
heart
that.
rate meter or no?
There we go. Yeah, heart rate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stop.
It's
Wait,
like-
where's your heart rate at?
Oh wait, I can just switch sides. Wait. It's on a cinder block. It's on my under my desk. It's kind of
It's so
insane.
tiny. Like I feel like I might fall off.
I feel like, yeah, if it was like any smaller, I would feel like I'm about to fall off, but it's like just enough.
Do you feel like you're walking daintily?
A little bit. Like I would probably do wider or like
Yeah.
longer strides if it was a bit bigger,
Mhm.
but it's not too bad.
So
Okay, I'm gonna rejoin my. Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't. I thought it would feel worse. It actually doesn't feel too bad.
that's awesome.
This level that I'm at is enough to get my heart rate up. I think it is.
Yeah, that's what I'm like really excited to see is where your heart rate gets to. Oh,
Right now it says 102, which is not enough. Let me also do that. also not like super inclined. I could probably. It's also like I'm kind of putting my arms on my desk, so it makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah.
Heavier back. Ooh, I'm at 110. Let's go. Getting there.
Getting there. Climbing.
Climbing. Just need to get-
Heart rate. I'm investing in your heart rate right now.
You're investing.
Heart rate to the
not
moon?
up. To the moon. Maybe not that far.
No, not to the moon.
We're hoping it's a little bold.
Correlating with the market, to be honest.
Best way to bring folks
That
together.
would be like interval training.
Those are almost impossible not to get in pretty solid.
Y'all see that apparently Nvidia is worth more than Google and Amazon now?
Dude,
Really?
Yeah.
fucking AI.
That is insane.
Nvidia is now more valuable than Amazon and Google. Isn't that crazy?
That's
Coulda-
so
shoulda bought
insane.
some Starbucks.
Like,
Coulda-
if
shoulda.
you were like a gamer in 2014, like we all were, and you were like, I'm gonna just buy $1,000 worth of Amazon stock, then you would just have $200,000 right now.
Yeah.
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
Fucked up.
Literally insane. This whole AI shit.
Whole AI shit. Dude, I feel like my heart rate's not going up. I think I have my thing on bad.
Watch porn.
Yeah, I gotta.
Watch some porn.
Gotta see some.
some-
big
I'm like,
music
there's-
videos.
There's no way that counts as zone 2 cardio.
Shut up. You're
Watching,
wrong.
watching porn. Well, no, I'm just like,
Porn. Well,
but I
when
don't
you nut-
actually know.
When I nut,
Oh,
I definitely
but I have a
hit zone
question.
2.
Okay. I'm sorry, I
At
brought up
least.
porn. I can't. You can't stop. I brought up porn and now we can't stop. What? Can I ask a question? For exercise 7, why is the answer for C equals C plus A 16 and not 15? Are we using like the original C equals B, so B is equal to 10 and not like B is equal to the new B 9?
So basically, like a value only gets stored in a thing when it's on the left-hand side of like an assignment. But that's when it gets stored in the thing. So actually I'm going to share my screen with
I can also share mine if whatever works for you.
you.
They just show a fun experience. If you're into that, you're gonna get it. It's really not.
Time has
It's
come
very
for me to
difficult
share
for me
my
to put this in actively bad.
Oh.
Personal taste. You're not gonna see it, but this is fine. We're on the M&M's commercial featuring Dan Marino.
Okay,
Only
so
Super
My
Bowl
ready
winners
to
get a
learn
ring,
face.
right?
This is the face
Well,
that I
ready to
read.
learn
M&M's
face.
presents the Almost
Okay.
Champions Ring of Comfort. It's actual science.
So basically,
comforting M&M's peanut butter
I'm gonna keep
compresses
track
it
of
into real diamonds.
all of
It
the
doesn't taste
variables
like peanut butter.
Don't lick
here.
the blame.
Then we polish them with
Right.
the size of those who almost won a Super Bowl.
Okay,
And
so
Scarlett Johansson.
I've lost
Basically,
2 Oscar races.
In the same
this
year.
line, we're on line 1.
Don't tell
We've got
Marino
no variables. Line 1 executes and we're on line 2. Okay, so what happened there? We update the state. Bam, we've got a 5 there, right? There's a 5 in A, right?
Yes.
Hello?
Sorry.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I
I was just not. I was like, yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm not looking at your face right now.
Yeah, I
You need
can.
to okay, yeah.
I can verbalize.
So, So then we're on line 2. Line 2 executes. Bam. We have to update our state, right? Bam. Okay. We're on line 3. That executes. Bam. 10 goes there. Okay. We are on line 5. A equals A plus 1.
I didn't see that one on the day. I don't even remember that
That
one.
executes.
Fine, I
We
guess.
update our state. This is now 6. And our answer here would be 6, right? Boom. All right. We're on line 7.
Yeah.
Line 7
Think about
executes.
it, over other celebrity soup ads.
B equals B
Yeah.
minus
was
1.
At least
we update
the
our state.
product was
Nine.
key throughout.
Bam.
They showed M&Ms.
then
They had
this
the M&M. It's hard to
is
not
9.
recognize that as an M&M ad.
Okay.
I think it's
And
fine.
then
I think I'm gonna
line
put it
9
easy to forget.
executes.
I see.
Maybe even
Okay.
pretty solid.
Makes sense.
Take a
Hi,
look up to it.
Jen.
Hey, losers.
What up?
Wait, can you
Boom.
keep it on screen for a second?
Yeah. So this is where we're at right before executing line 9.
That makes sense.
Boom.
Thank you.
16. Yep.
Hi.
So what I actually just did there was I kind of cosplayed as a debugger. And I think later in this lab, or maybe it's the next lab actually, it kind of like steps you through using the debugger, and it's super helpful actually.
Okay, sick.
Boom. What up, Austin?
Not much. Me and my friend are about a game.
Whoa, what are you playing?
Borderlands 2.
Oh, nice. Couch co-op?
Oh
Split
yeah.
screen?
Oh yeah.
That's sick actually.
Oh no, on our computers like fancy girls.
Oh! Wait, that's sick.
Yes.
Do you have like a gaming laptop, or is it actually? It's probably not very like graphically intense. Huh?
No, I just have my Mac, but I can do anything on my Mac.
Yeah. Girl.
Yeah.
I'm just doing some cardio. You know what I'm saying?
It looks like you are. I was gonna say. Oh, shirtless too.
Got my little fan going.
Yes.
my treadmill.
Look at girl. I see you. I see you.
This is how you get snatched.
Snatch King.
Can
And
you
I'm
just
working on assignment 3. Sorry, repeat what?
Can you repeat the sentence? The first sentence that you said. Something about it always computes the left side
So
first.
it computes. So when you have an assignment statement, which is whenever you like, you know, A equals this or something, right? That's an assignment. That equals is assignment. Like a single equal sign is assignment. So okay, bye. What the fuck?
What the fuck? Wait. I'm so angry.
Austin,
Okay.
what the fuck? So it always computes the right-hand side first, and then updates the value of the thing on the left.
I see. I feel like you've told me this like 3 times at this point.
No, it's fine. I was thinking about this like, you hear what?
My roommate screaming.
No, actually, earlier I heard Sam talk. Dude, I was thinking about like, you're just like taking this computer science class, and it's like going fine. And I feel like if you took CS, you'd just like do totally fine. But I feel like if I took any of the, I feel like I'm like a one-trick pony. You know what I mean? Like if I took any of like
No.
the classes you took, like even like chem, I was like, I'm switching my major to not do this again.
Well,
Like, it
chem
was
is
just
fucking
so bad.
hard. Like chem is hard.
Dude, so
Mitochondria
hard.
is the powerhouse of the cell.
That's biology. I've never taken a biology course in my
That's what you
life.
gotta-
Yeah, that's the thing about me is like
Why was
I
ScarJo
really
in it?
hate
Again, like I mentioned at the
can't.
beginning.
Like
Really?
biology.
If you are a
Yeah, I
marketing
mean, it's
agency
all,
and you're
to me,
assigned
it
to a
was
big
all,
brand like M&M's,
memorization, and like I
the
think
only
that I
way you
I
get
like doing
fired
biology
is not if
now,
sales
like,
don't go up.
learning about
You get fired if
biological
nobody
systems
shares
now
this
because
ad.
it's not like
You have to get a certain
I'm not
amount of
being tested
views
on
and
it, but, like,
shares.
the way that
because
YouGov
then
Bio
at the very least,
tests
you
really
can be
didn't
like,
work
yeah, it
with
was
my
popular
brain.
on
It was
social
all
media.
just like information
So
regurgitation and
if
like
you spend $7
if you
million,
tell me to
or in
memorize
this case,
something,
like
I
$14 million,
won't. Like I'm just like no, I don't
and
know.
and it doesn't get seen by anybody, if it doesn't get any buzz and they don't put on any lists, you're fucked. So that's why they stuffed in a bunch of celebrity. That's why they do it.
Also,
And
there
they
were no
they have to get it
PTAs,
up
and I feel like
a
that's
certain
why
level.
it was good at count.
So we're gonna put it easy to forget. Dove ad.
Hang out.
Wait. Pause. Why did they do that? What do you mean? It's not. I feel like Chad is. That's a good ad. The problem with that ad, only in my mind, was this. Let me show you. Let me show you. In the Super Bowl, that ad's fine. When they posted it on social media, I just wanted to show you this because it's fucking. Wait, where did I put it? Yeah, look at this.
I actually thought that I was gonna like
This ad
start to do really poorly in this because
had
I
a
lost
good
my
chance
blue
of going
pen, and so I only had black and red, and I was like I was really worried, and then I went to work today and my blue pen was there.
Dude, you gotta
No.
level up.
One. Is that what you're gonna say? The clicky one.
Dude, those shits are so sick.
No.
These guys.
Yes,
Wait, look. I'm sharing my screen. Watch live. That's that shit. The exact pen. It's easy to carry. You can get it on Temu.
In case you want four colors, because one isn't enough.
Dude, Kurt
mean,
and I
I-
both use these throughout all of college. We'd just be sitting in the front, like,
Yeah, I used that in college a bunch. Colors.
literal colors.
I still don't. I mean, like, okay, I understand like what you did, but I don't necessarily understand how it applies to the statement when you have an assignment. It computes the right hand side first and then updates the left.
The right hand side of the equals
Mm-hmm.
of like the, so it's like you here.
Like, I understand how it works, but I don't understand how it applies to that statement. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So maybe I didn't really answer your original question actually. But what I was saying here is that it's like, so here, this expression gets evaluated. It's a very simple expression and gets stored in here.
Mhm.
This expression gets evaluated and stored in here.
Okay.
This expression gets evaluated and stored in here.
Got it.
So any
then-
changes we make to this
is yeah.
doesn't really matter because we already stored that shit in here. It was already evaluated and stored in here.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Yeah.
And
So
then, yeah,
that
over
updated
here, it's
like automatically, and then the first time C is used.
wait, sorry,
you play-
sorry. Say that again. It updated what automatically?
So like the
Which
int
line?
CB3.
Yeah.
That defined C as 10, and then the next
Yeah.
time you use C, you have to do 10. But then after that, it can be updated like again, or whatever. It
Yeah, I
can be
mean, next time you use C, or really like C is just 10. At this point, once it's executed, C is 10. No matter what you do to B. Yeah. And then if you want C to be something else, you need to update it with an expression. And so this is where that update is happening.
Cool, thank you.
Yep.
Viral. It hits like a lot of things that would go viral. If they had just kept it at this would have been fine. When they threw in 14 fucking hashtags and completely tanked their ability to get any shares. It was so stupid, dude. So who the fuck did this? You spent 7 million plus on this ad and you don't know that this is fucking trash? It kind of pissed me off, just as somebody who used to work in this. That's like, you really want to get the caption and everything right for something so important to spend so much money on. That was stupid. The ad itself is fine. What I think is important to remember, and one thing I like to talk about with marketing, is generally you want to be consistent. So, and this applies to celebrities you pick. I think the best brands that use
When we write for loops, are we pretty much always gonna have the update be I++ or like Yeah, variable plus plus or minus minus.
For
Or will
the
it be
most
different?
part, it's like definitely the most common paradigm, but not always.
Dude, I just heard my roommate's on the phone with her cousin right now, and she just said I was on the phone ranting to my brother for 45 minutes about how Taylor Swift
How Taylor Swift is what?
how Taylor Swift sucks.
Oh.
It's just like the worst, which is like
so
kind of.
many Taylor Swift haters these days.
I mean, that's just funny. Like, I didn't even ask her to say that, and she just said it because she fucking gets it.
Who asked?
Who asked?
Everyone is asking. I
Matt,
feel like
does Taylor Swift suck or not?
I feel like everyone's asking honestly.
Everyone's been asking me, does Taylor Swift suck?
I assume that happens when a lot of music people get really popular. Like I'm sure a lot of people hated Michael Jackson. I'm sure a lot of people hated.
No, Kurt, it's different. It's different. I can't even get into it right now. I actually
Oh.
I can't have this conversation.
All right.
We will though.
Oh yeah.
Taylor Swift sucks in a really unique way.
Okay. Yeah, that
I
may be
promise.
true. I genuinely know almost nothing about Taylor Swift in particular. I was just assuming based on I know that she's talked about a lot and that she's famous.
Yeah.
When I was in high school, there was a debacle that involved Kanye West and Taylor Swift at some
Yeah.
award show. And at the time, I knew
Yeah.
so little about these two that based only on their names, I assumed Kanye was a girl and Taylor was a guy.
Whoa.
And I knew nothing else about what had happened. I'm very removed from a lot of celebrity stuff.
Yeah. Well, honestly, me too. I just think that like yeah, Taylor Swift is like this just the one person that I'm like I know I'm right about. Because like I spent 2 years having this fight with my ex. I'm just like I just know I'm right.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I haven't really knowingly like interacted with Swifties, I guess. I've certainly interacted with Swifties, but not really like knowing that they're Swifties.
There's a podcast I listen to, The Yard, and every now and again someone's on Cutie, and she's like obsessed with Taylor Swift, and I find it very annoying. But you know, that's if someone were obsessed with any celebrity, I would find it annoying. It's
Yeah.
this is kind of my celebrity.
It's kind of my
thing.
vibe.
Yeah, I'm very I don't like celebrities or worshiping them.
Yeah. No, that makes sense. I think I totally agree. Actually, like I feel like when someone, this is like Todd with whatever, the guy with the really crazy like water bottle penis.
Oh, Next Gen Crusher. Right? Next Gen Crusher?
Yeah. Except you're not actually. No, I do feel like when people are, I mean, I know people are obsessed with like some celebrities, but I do feel like Beyonce is like a celebrity that I feel like some people are just like really, really obsessed with.
Yeah.
And like generally I feel like if someone, I don't know, I'm just like no one's perfect, and also Beyonce's like a billionaire. I don't know how I feel about it. I mean, like I love Beyonce, but like whatever.
Yeah.
I feel like the hype around Taylor Swift is like kind of singular. Like it's like very unique. It's very unique. And it's just like the way that I feel about Taylor Swift is like she is just the epitome of like weaponizing.
Weaponizing.
She is just like really truly shut up, Todd. She's like the epitome of weaponizing just like you are being sexist when like in reality she's just being annoying, and then being like you can't be mean to me because that is misogyny, when in reality it's just people being mean to her for right reasons.
I'm curious about that. Mostly like I don't know. I don't know any like criticisms of Taylor Swift that she has like dodged by pulling the gender card or whatever. I don't know what you're
Not even criticism. It's literally just people being funny and making fun of her.
Yeah.
And she's like, actually, I'm going to like write 2 paragraphs about how this is you victimizing me as a woman in the industry, and then I'm gonna like ruin you. I don't know.
Yeah.
And then all of her fans are like, yeah. And then this person that was literally just being funny is like, I don't know.
Yeah, I guess Michael Jackson didn't exist in an age of social media, so that's a probably just a W for him. If he had, I imagine most celebrities who do, it doesn't go well.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. There's something wrong with my code.
Celebrities, pick one celebrity and use them year after year after year or consistently. So they build a connection tissue between the celebrity and the brand. Whereas a lot of Super Bowl ads, let me show you, I got a stat here, will use multiple different celebrities in the same year. Sometimes someone like Serena Williams will be in 2 different companies' ads in the same Super Bowl. You all remember Serena Williams or Tony Romo or Missy Elliott. They do different, so there's no connection. The people that are watching only remember the celebrity. They don't remember your brand or your product at all, and it's not helping your sales. It's not helping your brand equity. Tom Brady did like 14 ads this year we're going to get to. So in general, it's like a desperate play, but unless you have a consistent plan, the audience will not remember. People are too busy and distracted in general, let alone with commercials, to pull away anything from your ad. Okay, we'll put that ad in A. Let's go to the next one. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Are you still doing cardio, Mason?
fucking
because
stop.
I got tired. I have to do it kind of fast
Let's do
because
it,
I don't have
indeed.
enough incline. So I think next time I'm gonna try doing more incline.
Okay,
But
I
did
got
it
you.
for like
All right,
35
okay.
minutes.
More
Interesting.
incline.
I
So if you
see.
do more incline,
I see.
if you do much more incline, it will just like
guerrilla warfare. Very.
like even with it off, it'll just go fast. You know what I mean?
Yeah, just a
Very
little
nice.
bit more.
I walked into
probably,
that,
like,
but very
a
nice.
few more
Plus two, indeed.
degrees, so I can do one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I
Here, let's watch
think
the next one. We'll rate these. We can jump into the next 3 after this. Okay.
yeah, I would get after like my
BetMGM is for
experimentation,
everyone that loves sports.
'cause I like
BetMGM.
kind of
everyone. But Tom Brady.
binary search the ideal height.
What did I do?
In
The
terms
truth
of,
is,
like,
you've won
it
too
not
much, Tommy.
affecting
Let others have
your-
their turn. What if I bet in-game
or, like-
parlays and I'm not Tom Brady?
Because you know, if you do like 20 degrees or 25
What if I
degrees,
bet the money line, but I
with
think
the
Tom
thing
Brady is
off.
cute?
Well, I had the
it
beholder,
just moves too
subjective,
fast,
but you're
you know
in.
what I mean?
Hi, Tom.
What if I used to babysit Tom Brady
So-
and he was a little troublemaker?
Well, then you die
Unfortunately, I
with your
think with
secrets.
those
No one
weapons
likes to
had-
snitch, but you're in.
The main
What if
like
I
way to dial
cried
it in
when
would
Tom
be to
left?
add weight.
What if I have a tattoo of Tom
But
Brady
I
on
think
my calf?
As long as you're not
I
Tom
think
Brady, you're
doing
in.
a weighted bet
What if I'm the Tom Brady of
would be a lot
spreadsheets?
easier
BetMGM is for you.
yes. than a backpack.
What if I'm Tim Birdie,
I don't have-
7-time pool champion?
Yeah.
You already know the answer. Why are you
How
putting us
many
through it
pounds
with the
is
clothes?
a
Well, how
weighted
come Wayne
bag?
Gretzky's in?
Stop with the questions, Tommy. We're chopping it up
Depends on
here.
the weighted bets,
Tom.
but a lot of them
Hi,
you can
Wayne
like
Gretzky.
take out
Look
weight.
at that. Your name's on lights.
It's adjustable.
Why is my
I was too
babysitter
worried
here?
it's not him.
Again with the questions. Please just enjoy the view.
Yeah, I mean you can get
Download
one for
BetMGM.
40.
Okay. This
Thing
is
I think
a
my
bad
backpack's
ad,
already more than that.
and I want to tell you why. This is
I'd
the
be
problem
curious,
that
yeah.
happens with a lot of.
I was about to
um,
weigh it, but my weigher.
Let me give you an example. This is like at least a less clever Ryan Reynolds ad,
Actually,
which is what I'm saying is this is an ad for Tom Brady. This isn't this. The only
Is it
thing you
just a
take away from
backpack
this
with,
ad
like,
is
all
like
your stuff
Tom
in it,
Brady.
or
Your
just
mind
like
only
something
remembers Tom Brady. It's a Tom Brady ad. The
think they put
story
it,
of
like,
the product
water
is
in.
not put there at all. They just do a funny sketch with a celebrity and at the end put their
Water.
logo. This is a very common ad theme that is like a kind of a desperation play. And this is what happens. A lot of companies will spend a lot of money to get Ryan Reynolds to do an ad for them. And then Ryan Reynolds will do an ad for himself where he's funny and everyone likes the ad and forgets the product. It's good for him. It's good for the person that spent on him, but the product at the end of the day doesn't get anything. And this happens here, but it's not even that funny. Like it's a worse
I share
ad, so it's
my
not even funny.
screen?
It's not even shareable. And like at the end of the day, if you want a sports bet and you see this ad, you're just going to the #1 sports bet. You'll go to DraftKings. There's no reason to not go to DraftKings and go to BetMGM based on this ad, which is why I think it's
resolution should I
obscenely
put on?
forgettable. And again, it's an ad for the celebrity.
Okay.
So I'm gonna let's rate our last 3 here.
Right. Code. And I don't know what I did wrong. This is okay. So
Just show a montage
do
of
you
people
remember
winning.
what the
Yeah, I mean, you could show something that shows like BetMGM
the
better
goal
odds, or
is
some
to say
reason to make
2
it stand
times
out from the
1
pack.
equals 2,
Oh,
Rather
yeah,
than the fact that you could afford to put Tom Brady in the ad. Doesn't
So I started at 1. We're starting with 1. I equals 1, and I'm saying like I is the 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I is less than or equal to 4. I plus plus each time. And then we
So
have.
Okay, wait. If you actually, there's a little arrow, right to the left of public. There's that little left arrow and then a right arrow. Do you see that? Click that tiny little left arrow. Boom. We can now see the compiler messages way better.
Okay.
So that's kind of what we're going to be looking at is these compiler errors.
Okay.
Okay. Sorry. Continue.
I mean, I feel like you know my logic, but I was just walking through my logic.
Yeah. I mean, I think your logic is great.
So that's cool. Why isn't my code working?
Because it's not compiling. And so we're going to need to look at the compiler errors. So it says right here, count2.java, line 4. And then it says close paren or comma expected. The compiler is kind of dumb, right? But it's kind of confused right now. Why would it be confused here? And so typically you'll often want to look at like the topmost compiler error. And so we're looking at the topmost one. So what you want to do is you want to have this expression 2i, you want that to be appended, perhaps concatenated to this string. Okay?
That's what I thought I was doing here.
So
Oh, you have. Oh, do you want another one? Because there are 4 parts, I guess.
I mean, so it's just evaluating. Here, wait, you can get rid of it for a sec.
The plus?
Yeah, get rid of that plus just so we can. So we have one expression here, and the expression will be, in terms of these pluses, will be evaluated left to right. So it's string plus I, which is, a variable. Okay,
String.
so that will be,
2.
and then you've got that. Here, actually, I'm gonna share my screen really quick.
Okay. Do I stop? It
Bam.
makes it really, I feel like the noise that it makes when you stop sharing is really sad. It's like dejected.
Okay, so I think you had something like, what was it? 2 times plus I
paren
plus
equals,
and then plus, oh, sorry, and then 2i, right? And it's just not out dot Finland.
and then a space after equals. Right?
Here? Okay, cool. So this expression is what's going to be evaluated and passed in. So I'm just going to take this and do that. So
Okay, I think
this is going to evaluate to something, but let's just ignore that for now. Let's say we have what this is evaluated to, and now
so
we're evaluating.
It's gonna like 2 times.
So this is this is going to evaluate
equal,
Here, wait, actually,
and then it's gonna be confused at the 2i because I didn't plus it.
yeah. I mean, basically, this would evaluate. Let's say I equals 1. This would evaluate to 2 times I, where I is 1, so that's a 1, right? And so this spot kind of looks like this now, right? And then it's like, okay, well, what do we do next? We have this operator, so we take the thing on the left of it and concatenate it with the thing on the right of it. So we're going to have 2 times 1 equals, and then 2i. And then the compiler's like, what the hell do I do with this?
Yeah.
You want to concatenate this? Yeah, you gotta concatenate it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Boom.
Boom. Thank you.
Share your screen again.
Okay.
Because he thinks we might get into a situation. I feel like I'm less excited while explaining things while I'm like doing cardio. So I'll try to pick up the energy here.
No, it's okay. I feel like you're excited. You not being excited is normal people being like super hype.
All right, so we've got another compiler error.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think's going on here?
Paren expected.
What is 2i? What do you want this to do?
Should I just do I times 2? Is that nicer?
I mean, or it's not just nicer.
It's just not wrong.
Yeah. So this ain't your TI-84. You really got to be explicit.
Do
You got to give it the operator. Yeah. And style-wise, yeah, put the space. I think at this point it'd be a -0, but eventually you'd get -1s.
Oh shoot. Wait.
Okay, we're getting pretty damn close. Bam. Okay. We are now almost perfect, except there is one thing that I will say is a style thing.
Okay, wait. Let me try to guess.
Yeah. And I don't know if he's actually gone over this in lecture, so. Or if he actually ever does. Wait, Kurt, could you look at this real quick?
Yeah. Let me.
Do you think the problem that I have with this is something that we would ever have cared about as TAs? I can't remember.
Is it?
Well, don't say what it is.
Yeah,
I don't want to
yeah.
spoil it.
I'm trying to think of what the. I don't know what it is.
Like if we were checking in this code at Google, it wouldn't let us. For a reason.
Okay, I feel like I don't know it.
Okay, let me.
Yeah.
I feel like I don't know it.
Okay, yeah, it just unnecessary parens.
That's what I thought you might have been thinking, but I'm like, I don't think.
Okay.
I'm surprised Google would even.
Google does.
Google
Yeah.
doesn't let you wrap things in
Really?
parentheses,
So here,
If yeah, those parens don't need to be there because multiplication has.
literally in class, he was like, "More parens is better." Like
Oh, okay, yeah. Then never mind then.
literally in this example.
Yeah. That's great. That's great.
Yeah.
Okay, now I know. Yeah,
Really,
I was
Google wouldn't like. I feel like
Google does not let you.
there's a
do
very
unnecessary parens.
common like use case of like stylistic parens that give you more information.
Yeah, I'm very
but-
pro parens because I've had so many times where I'm like fucking tired and like coding shit at like 4 in the morning, and I just like
Don't want to
forgot.
remember class.
I just like, well, it's just like something that you can forget. It's like, oh, like I accidentally like did this in a weird order. Just removes like debugging pain.
Yeah. Cool. That makes sense. Thank you, Todd.
Yeah. Sorry about the red herring or whatever.
You hate Stuart Regis. You want him dead?
Well, I just wasn't paying attention in that part of the lecture when I watched this time, and I just know like, wait, at Google we care about this, but whatever. But actually, I think especially for an intro course, I think it does make sense to just do all the parens you want.
Like for clarity's sake.
Yeah. It makes it easier for you to reason about. Great.
Can we talk about how Austin literally just left? That sucks.
Yeah, that was crazy.
That's-
That was crazy. Like I really figured he'd just come back, you know?
And he was looking so good with his little stubble too.
I know.
Looking so good and leaving me as always. That's such Austin's vibe. He's so avoidant attachment. I love it. When you guys were taking this class for the first time, do you feel like you, because I feel like the problem that I run into the most is just like, I feel like mostly the concepts after a second I'm able to get, but then I just like make stupid little errors, or like he doesn't go over something in lecture and then I like ask before I get to the lab that actually goes over it. So I just like am missing some kind of information. But were you like not making these little mistakes? I feel like the little mistakes are kind of like what I get stuck on the most.
Yeah, I mean that's like I think at first that's very common, and also I think it was true of
Yeah,
Me
I think that's
at
for
first.
everyone. Yeah, that'll happen to everyone.
Yeah. The little mistakes just happen a ton, and then
I think
then,
that the most common.
yo, what the fuck is up?
Yo.
What
Doing
up?
my-
Wait,
doing my-
doing your what? The lab?
Yeah, working on it.
Let's
I like
fucking
just.
go.
Yeah. Hell yeah.
I'm on my cardio shit. I'm on a treadmill
Good
right
for you.
now.
Looks like you have a
Just
whole fan
chilling.
going.
Oh, it's a whole ass fan. It's like a blower fan. It's actually crazy.
That's amazing.
Yeah. Makes my hair go kind of crazy, but I couldn't find a hair tie. Wait, Ray, so you were saying the little mistakes. Yeah, I feel like I remember it being like, damn, so many like, because like you learn like the code, you watch it in lecture, but then like when you're actually typing it out, so many little mistakes. But and like little compiler errors like you just had. But then like it's kind of like I'd say at first what you get a lot better at is like figuring out what the compiler is trying to tell you. So that's kind of like the thing is like kind of like what we just did where it was like, all right, it's saying this line at this spot, it's expecting this thing. It wasn't that helpful, but it actually kind of was.
General, like keeping track of the feedback is like more important than one might think.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, like right there, like ideally the compiler would have said, hey, I think you wanted to put a plus here, right? And then you would have seen that and been like, oh yeah, I did. And it would have been great. But it didn't say that. It said expecting close paren and or a comma or something like that, right? And it's like, what? That's confusing. So it's like the message itself wasn't super helpful. But it told you the location of the problem.
Right.
So it's really good at telling you the location of problems, I think. And sometimes it's not even good at that. But yeah.
Dude, wait, Todd, did you see my crazy big text today?
Oh yeah, I did. I forgot to respond, but
that's okay.
Maybe
No
when
worries.
I think I
was
get
thinking
back
about-
from California at some point that day. I don't know what time.
Yeah. Literally no worries if not. And like also I mean it would be sick and I think it will be sick, but like it's also so like I don't know if it's exactly your vibe.
Yeah.
But I think it will be sick and I texted my mom about it and she was like, dude, she's just like me as fuck. She was like, dude, we are going to make 2 kinds of curry. We are going to make vegan curry and we are going to make Japanese curry. And
Wait,
so
that's
we're gonna like,
goated.
cook a huge dinner. And then I like the vibe is I think it's just gonna be, I mean, yeah, like I texted 12 people that I was like, basically maybe like 5 to 8 will like show up and like be down for this because it's something that is very like annoying to some people probably. I don't know. Like watching this video is like not going to be enjoyable to everyone and like that's totally fine. People can just like chill upstairs and like not watch the video and like play games and stuff. But I think the video is going to be really sick and like today Ling like sent me this song by this woman and I was like, this is just like the best song ever. And then I like looked into her and she fucking died. She's like so young. She just like died last year. And
Damn.
so I was like, devastated and then I like went to the bathroom at work and I sobbed about it. And then
Damn.
because it was just like, dude, it's just so good. It was like, I don't know, it was like the best song I feel like I've heard in like a second. Not the one that I sent you, a different one. Or like not the one that I sent in the big group chat, a different one. And I was like, dude, she just fucking died. Like that's just insane from like nobody really knows how. I don't know, it was just crazy. Her last 2 albums were like not that good, but her first 2 were so good. Anyway, that's the vibe on Sunday. I am excited. And my mom's literally making curry. And then I'm gonna make like a big salad. And then I'm gonna make like sweet potatoes and rice. And then we're gonna like do hot sake. It's gonna just be so fun.
Nice. Yeah, no, I'm a solid maybe, I'd say, but it's also dependent on like when my flight lands.
Yeah. Wait, California's fun. That is gonna be sick.
Fun, just hanging out with my kid.
Oh yeah, this
Vibing
is
out.
your kid. Whoa, that's
Yeah.
crazy. You're flying. Okay. That's wild.
Just vibing, staying at Anya and Svetlana's house, chilling for a couple days. Should be
That's
chill. So Sadie, you're hitting that lab?
Yes, sir. I sure
Yes,
am.
sir.
Yeah.
Okay, baller.
Starting late, but doing the damn thing.
Hey, all good. No, I have like some
Yeah,
friends who like are on vacation right now and are like gonna come in like a week or two. So like it's like a
Yeah,
whenever
yeah.
you want type vibe. Yeah.
Well, and
Oh,
also,
but
like,
actually, oh sorry.
I was just
You go,
gonna
you go.
say, like, yeah, I didn't know I was gonna go to school like until I think last week.
Yeah.
So I'm in fucking class, and now I have all this time for sure.
Yeah.
To dedicate to this because I've honestly
Yeah.
been wanting. I didn't know it was gonna be Java, but because I think I've done a lot of stuff in Python and
Yeah.
R, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
feel like all of my like real programmer friends are like they just do Java. So
Yeah, I mean,
and C.
yeah. I feel like something I kind of say to people is like kind of like I feel like a lot of times, especially like when you're less, you know, when you don't really like when I first did this class, I didn't know shit.
Mhm.
But I think a lot of people are like, oh, like I want to learn like the language that like, you know, I think will apply most to my field or whatever. So like if you're like, yeah, in a lab a lot, maybe Python or R are probably like the languages that I think you would be most likely to use. I'm like out of breath.
Yeah.
I'm gonna slow this shit down a little bit. All right. But honestly, I feel like and this is something like not Stuart Regis, but one of the other intro course lecturers who I TA'd for once, kind of said like it honestly, I guess in general, I don't think it really matters that much what your first language is. Like part of
Right.
what we're learning here is Java, but most of what we're learning is just like computer science and like the things that we are learning really are applicable to like any language. And I think like at the end of the course, if you were to be like, all right, I'm now going to like try to do something that like applies to my field, there would be like very little like wasted, like very little of the stuff that you learned in the class would you not apply. The stuff would be like Java syntax. That's pretty much it. Everything else like kind of applies across like all languages, I guess. And like when I like am at work and I'm like, oh, I have to write something in a language I've never written, I just write the code, you know? And like it's like yeah, I'm like referring to some sort of like, wait, how do I do this thing? Okay, yeah, there's how you do it or whatever. But for the most part, it's like computer science, computer science. So it should generally apply.
I would say so. And like all of the people that I talked to, like when I was like in lab and stuff, they were all like the heavy hitters, you know, like had been like coding for years, or they were like director of computational biology and they were trying to show me some crazy shit. So it would be nice to like kind of start here instead of like somebody up here. I just like can't do that right now. And like they were super helpful. Appreciate all their help, but it was like a little much to start, you know.
Yeah, actually, so I say I like didn't know anything before going into this class, but I actually a couple months before taking this class had one like computer science experience where our lecturer was just like, all right, here's some basic Python stuff. And I literally just like the experience was just so bad because I didn't know what the fuck. I didn't know anything. And then like, yeah, we had one lecture on like how to write code, but I remember like getting into like the thing where I write code and being like, so what do I type though? I just didn't understand anything, you know, like, so what do I type? Like, what the fuck do I type? And after this few week little course thing, I was like, okay, well, at least now I know computer science is never something I want to do.
Great. Yeah.
It was just
Yeah, it
such a
feels
bad
so
experience.
it's like
Yeah.
it's too but I don't know. I think this will be fun. I'm really excited. I think Deb and I are actually going to study tomorrow.
Let's fucking
Yeah.
go. But yeah, no, I
Looking
mean,
good.
and then I took this course, and I was kind of
Mhm.
like, oh, well, yeah, I had that bad experience, but ultimately I was like, well, I don't want to take chemistry, and so I kind of had to take this one instead of chemistry. So,
I'm gonna be so real. I don't blame you. Chemistry,
it's so
like,
fucking hard, dude.
Gen not that bad, but OChem cooked me. I swear
Yeah.
to God. Like, if there was one thing that would have taken me out of the game, it was OChem.
I mean, I literally took like Gen 1 and was like, I'm going to switch my entire major from mechanical engineering just so that I don't have to take a Gen 2. Like that's how much I was like, I really am not vibing with this.
Yeah. That's a lot
and
of
then
people's experience.
yeah, and I was like, damn, even though I like hated that computer science experience so much, guess I've got to take this one now. And because of like, I mean, basically what you said is like, you're like, damn, you've learned a little computer science, but there really are like so many gaps. And it's kind of like a paralyzing amount of gaps where it's like, what do I type? Like, what the fuck is going on, right? And that's where like these intro courses that are like truly made for someone with zero experience are actually just like, and it's just great. I really like the lecture. I think he's great. So yeah.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. He seems nice.
He's a nice guy.
And did you take it in 2016?
No, I took it in 2013.
Oh, okay.
Like January 2013. So 11 years ago.
That's crazy to think about. Not
Which is
11 years
crazy.
ago.
Yeah. And then yeah, Kurt. So Kurt in this call is my brother. We we both TA'd the course a bunch between like 2013, 14, 15, and then I did TA it in 2016, but not this quarter.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Some people have really done. Oh, Todd, you've done all of it.
Not all of it, but if you scroll down, there's like 60 tasks. So I'm just
okay.
I'm just working through.
Gotcha. I was gonna say, damn, is it because you've already taken the class?
So originally Kurt and I just had them all like as done, and I was like, actually, it makes sense to like go through and redo them because like, and like while I've been doing that, I've been verifying like, wait, actually, we need to kind of like move these tasks around and do stuff like that because like, we don't want y'all to like get to a spot where you have to solve something that you haven't like learned in lecture yet. So it kind of takes some weird shuffling things around and stuff, but
I got you.
All right. I'm doing assignment 3 right now. I'm almost done. No big deal.
Sweating it out.
Yeah. My zone 2.
What's that?
My metabolic, my zone 2 low intensity steady state cardio. My metabolic flexibility through the roof.
Yeah.
Dude, I literally read this book. I read this book called Outlive, and it like changed my shit.
What's it called? Outlook?
Outlive.
Oh, Outlive.
I feel like if you actually, yeah, I feel it's about you and Ray. If you both be like bio chem people, I feel like if y'all were to read this book, like, huh?
I was asking you in biochem.
Me?
Yeah.
I did chem and public health.
Okay, nice. Hell yeah.
Yeah. I don't remember it. I actually tutored OChem, so I remember a lot of OChem, but I like don't remember any PChem or like any Gen Chem. Like I could probably balance an equation, but like not really much else. But I really love OChem.
Yeah, OChem was fun. I liked the labs more than anything. I really liked inorganic chemistry though. That shit was my vibe. I loved like how the like molecules would like you know,
Mhm.
arranged in 3D space. I love that so much.
Yeah. I know, it's super visual. I think, like, organic and inorganic I actually didn't do
Mhm.
well in organic, but that was just because I was goofing off. I think I did enjoy it a lot.
Yeah, I tanked that class. Well, I tanked my final because he was actually my advisor, but
Oh, shit.
it was COVID, and I like agreed to work a shift at this cafe that Deb and I used to work at the cafe that Deb works at currently. I
Oh wait,
agreed
you
to like
did?
yeah, that's how I
Oh
know
word.
Deb. Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
word.
Yeah. And so, yeah, I had agreed to like work the first shift of like COVID COVID rules, like telling
Mhm.
people they had to wear masks and that they couldn't go to the bathroom, and people lost their fucking minds.
Yeah.
And so I went from like an opening shift to my final, and yeah, just completely bombed it. I think I'm gonna blame it on the COVID
Yeah.
stuff because it
I
was
mean,
insane.
honestly, yeah, I feel like when I was in school during COVID, there were like a good 2 quarters that I just like I don't know how to adjust. Like it just got really hard and like and people also started writing like tests in really different ways, like because they knew we were going to
Mhm.
be doing them from home. And so like
Mhm.
I'm pretty sure this is why I tanked one of the bio classes is because they were writing tests that like weren't timed and so were just incredibly hard and so I was spending like 9 hours on a test and then
Yep.
doing really poorly because like I was like, "Oh, I won't have to study for this test." And so then I would just be looking up everything in the lectures and then I don't it was just like a crazy time. And then the averages were like 20s for a while.
Mhm.
Which you think would be good, but I was like I mean, the averages were like 40s, but I was getting like 20s, which is just crazy. But yeah, it was just like COVID testing was just the worst in general.
Yeah, yeah. I feel like I thrived a
There,
little bit at the end
there,
there,
it just
but that was
completely
only
leaves
because
your
I like
mind once you've
agreed
seen it. It just
to,
throws a logo at
I
the
like
end.
decided I only wanted to
No!
go
Okay, but
like
our
work
next
for
one
like
is one
people
of the most
remotely, and I was
talked
able to
about
like work in a
ads of
COVID
the
testing
Super
lab at the
Bowl.
same time. So that
Foot
was pretty
fetish
good.
Jesus.
But I think outside of that, and
Let's
that's also
see
kind of when I
this
started
one.
doing some coding too.
Praise the
Because
Lord.
that's
It's
kind
what
of
he
like
would have
one of the only
wanted.
ways we could have done
Let's
labs
see.
or like
Foot
done
fetish Jesus.
science in my like in like the
Deputy
later
Tom, you've won
biochem
enough.
classes was just like to do coding and stuff. But I don't remember most of it.
Pause
I can't
again.
really say that I
Notice the
learned a lot.
6 toes.
Yeah. No,
This is an
also, like,
AI
super, super
generated
duper
ad that
like
is
a
not
baby,
disclosed.
Like a teeny little baby.
Baby's first coding
A
class.
classic
Baby's first coding class.
6-toed person
Baby learns to code. I
getting
almost
their
changed
foot
Austin's name in
washed.
my phone to Coder Austin, and then he was like, "If you do that, I'll hate you forever."
Don't ask me what you know is
Boom. Finished assignment 3. Dude, what I've been doing is I've been like working on this when I'm like wanting to not do my job. I'm like using it to like procrastinate. But now I'm like, shit, I just finished this assignment. And now I'm like, wait, there's like a ton of like my job I have to do, but I like
two worlds colliding. And they
You're retiring soon, right? That's what you said.
yeah. Me and Kurt both are, yeah. We're gonna be
insane.
done.
Did you like plan that, or are you just like doing that?
It's been pretty like the past few years we've been pretty like wait a minute. We are both like people who spend very
what
little
a
money.
weird fucking
And for a long
ad.
time have kind of like
What a
had the tech salary. But like a lot of people I know, like when they get a tech salary, they like really like their spending ramps up a lot. Like I have a friend who like did a coding boot camp and went from like a coffee job to like a 6-figure salary, but now just has like tons of designer clothes. And I'll literally like go out to Olive Garden with them and they'll literally be like, "Oh wait, can you spot me?" I'm like,
Do I know this? I feel like I know this person.
"You do know this person."
Yeah, I know.
And I'm like, "Bro, you've got a 6-figure salary. I can't believe I'm spotting you at Olive Garden." But yeah, so Kurt and I mean, no, you know, not to shame anyone, but Kurt and I, for whatever reason, are like, I don't know, our income went up a lot and just our spend didn't change at all, really. Except I did just buy a fucking car 3 days ago. I'm stoked about it. But it was also really
What kind
cheap.
of car is it?
Dude, it's literally. Hold up. I'm gonna send a pic. Hold up. The time has come to send a pic. Let me find a picture.
I've been trying to save up for a car for like so long, and it has not been going very well for me. But we just
Damn.
got a bonus, so hopefully that'll
Boy.
help out.
What kind of
Yeah.
what kind of car are you thinking?
I want a Mini Cooper Countryman
Nice.
because
Okay.
they're 4-wheel drive and they're cute as fuck, and they're like
Yep.
relatively in my price range. They're not like too expensive, but they're
Yeah.
also like not a Subaru. Everybody I know owns a
Drives
Subaru, and
damn
I just
Subaru, yeah.
I don't
I'm
want a
not trying to
Subaru.
conform like that.
Yeah,
I'm not a
I'm not a
sheep,
lesbian.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm not a fucking
Yeah.
lesbian. Yeah, no, I feel like so wait, sorry, I'm finding this picture. So actually last year I bought a car, but I bought a Nissan Leaf. And I bought a really old one. And it's actually like kind of sick because they're really cheap. Like you can pretty regularly find them for like between 3 and 4 grand.
That's pretty good.
And they're like really nice cars. It's like, wow, I feel like I'm in a really nice car. And it's electric. So you're like, wait, I'm like hardly spending anything on gas. The downside is that the cheap ones, like the one I got, and the one my roommate got after I got mine, because they were like, wait, this is sick. The cheap ones, only like if they're fully charged, they go like 40 miles. So like, like until you're dead on the side of the road. Which is like
it's like a moped. It's a moped.
Yeah. You can like, you know, with mine I couldn't really go to the airport and back, but it's still sick. Because honestly, I mean, it depends on like what your vibe is. Because like with me, it's like I don't really leave the city that much, and when I do, like via car, I don't leave the city that much, and when I do, I can like borrow someone's car or something. But yeah. But this one I just got. Hold up, let me find this fucking picture. What am I doing? I keep getting distracted. Bam. So this is a freaking gas car. All right, I found it. Bam, chat. Sent in the
Weird
chat.
fucking ad. This is what the WTF category was created for.
It's a geo tracker.
One of the weirdest of all time. Again, I'm not a big believer in the any publicity is good publicity, but I'm also a believer that like it's better to be talked about than boring for something like this.
It's like
so at the very least, they probably got some
it's like a convertible,
click-through
like
and discussion.
both of
that
like
being
the
said,
roof
as an
things come
ad,
off.
the concept is trash.
And it's just like
it's a PowerPoint of AI
It's what?
feet images.
So cool. The picture in front of all the graffiti.
Yeah, dude, I'm like really stoked about it. Actually.
Yeah, I mean, it's a weird one.
And it was
but
really
it did
cheap.
stand
I
out
like
as
found
I'm
it
putting
on
it's
Craigslist in
unplaceable.
Canada.
We'll see
I've
how
low-key
it
wanted one
handles
of these
later
since
on.
I was like a teen. I found it on Craigslist in Canada.
To be fair, Jesus would have won
and
the
then the
Super
next
Bowl.
day, just like bought a bus ticket to Canada.
So
I'm like,
true.
Bus to Vancouver.
Why?
And then,
Yeah, the fact that they couldn't
back.
get an artist is crazy.
Is it a
For
four-wheel
a
drive?
$7
It
million
looks like it
spot.
is.
It's actually not.
Next up, we have.
It's just like rear-wheel drive. It's like a
classic
manual
celebrity sleep
everything.
ad.
It's like
Mountain Dew.
Manual transmission.
If I listen,
you gotta do the
if they're gonna
windows
spend
yourself.
$7 million on an ad for
And which is kind of sick because like I feel like something I might kind of get into is like not like fixing cars, but like it'd be nice to be like, oh, there's something wrong with my car, I'm going to fix it. And with like a car like this, like when you look under the hood, there's so like it's so open. Like you can just reach in and do stuff. Like there's not like a million things because it's like a manual. So there's generally like way fewer failure points and like, you know, just easier to navigate and stuff. So I think it'll be a good like
It's like-
learning car.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I feel like if I
So are
actually
you
like
gonna, like
oh sorry, what?
I was gonna say, are you gonna like move. I feel like retirement, you like move. Like
Well,
that's what happens when people retire.
I mean, I'm not gonna move. I think I'll definitely like travel a lot more. But yeah, I don't think I'm gonna move. I think I'll like. I mean, I also like own my house, so moving is kind of like hard. Or not hard, but you know, it's like I also just really like my house, and like I mean, honestly, like kind of at first,
You're not gonna sell your house and move to Florida?
Yeah, yeah, I'm like already fucking snowbirding. No, honestly, like I feel like living in Seattle's kind of sick. I kind of dig it.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. So not gonna move. And at first, I'm probably gonna like kind of like swap out my job with just like DIY home renovation, because that's like I've done a lot of it, and it's like actually just really like fun and fulfilling to just like be like I'm rebuilding this kitchen, or like I'm redoing this electrical wiring, or all this. It's actually like really fun.
Yeah. It's
and
very
so,
cathartic, you know?
Yeah, like it's kind of like yard work or something. Like I feel like the before and after is just so like, damn, I did this. That's sick.
Like look at this work. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
And it's like it ain't much, but it's honest work. But no, it's like and it's also just not software. And I'm like, that's sick. I mean, coding's cool, but I've just been doing it for so long, and I'm like, wait, using my hands?
Yeah.
Kinda goated.
Yeah, because I feel like there's only so much like does your like job change very much over the years as a like programmer? Can
I
it?
mean, it like can. You can switch teams. You can like do all this stuff. I like the thing is like, no matter where I've worked and what I've really worked on, I feel like I don't know. Learning computer science was actually like pretty cool, and then like working as a software engineer at like a big tech company, it actually never really felt very fun. I don't know. It's kind of like, wait, I kind of hate this. But also, I think that like I didn't really realize how much I hated it until I like kind of ran the numbers and learned that I'd be able to like quit and never do it again in a couple years. So I think I just kind of got to the point where I like was like, wait, I don't need to love this. I can just do this for a couple more years and then quit forever. And so that's kind of
honestly, I feel like that's kind of the like best. That's like the best way to do it because I don't know. I could see myself being a scientist for a long time, but there's like different things you can do. Like you can go into admin and stuff. I'm sure you could do that with like comp sci though. I just don't know. Like you could be like a project manager or something.
Yeah. I mean, even like being a software engineer is like compared to like those sorts of roles, being just like an individual contributor where I'm just like writing code every day or whatever, it actually like does seem better for me personally than like any sort of like managerial thing. I just don't really like want to be a people manager or anything. But yeah, so it's like of all the roles, I think being a coder actually probably is the most fun for me. I think it's just like it's really just like I ran me and my brother ran the numbers and we're like, we don't have to do this. Okay, actually we fucking hate this and we're not going to do it anymore. And so I don't know. I think it's something that like if I felt like I had to do it because I don't know, because I was like planning on having kids or something like that and like was going to live like a higher cost lifestyle, then I'd probably like successfully be able to convince myself that it's like cool and fun. I just once I realized that I don't need to convince myself with that, I really fell off in a big way.
That's so valid.
I'm like, honestly, I'm like, I'm gonna quit my job in like 7 weeks, but like that's literally like if I don't get fired first. They're like, dude, I don't do my job. So I don't know.
Did they know that you're quitting?
So, like, they don't know that I'm quitting. They just know that like I don't do my job really. And they've really started to find out. So that's kind of where we're at.
Started to find out. Yeah. That's fucking funny.
Yeah.
Well, what can you do?
Yeah.
It'll be fun. Yeah.
It'll be fine either way.
Yeah. All right, I should probably do the lab because
Hit that lab.
I need to catch up. Yeah.
I'm gonna do some work stuff.
Working top?
Yeah, I think that'll work. BRB.
Hey Kurt, do you have a second?
Yeah, definitely.
Awesome. Okay, so I just need like a little bit of help decoding this. So I know it's saying it's like declaring this variable an integer, and then it's basically saying like in other for loops, when it says stuff like this, it starts at 1, or like it's saying we start count at 1. But then we don't ever mention count in the command. And so I guess I'm just confused, like, what's happening. Also, when it asks you what output is produced by the following program, does it want you to plug it into Java, or does it just want you to do it yourself?
I think it wants you to do it yourself, but a good exercise. I actually think, I think it was August did this before. A good exercise can be after getting the output, you can put it into JGrasp and use the debugger. Would be a good like way to be able to like step through it and watch exactly what it's doing. But first, let's try to do it manually. So count is being used. It is being used as the like condition of the loop. So count equals 1 is the initialization, and then the condition is count less than or equal to number.
Which is 32.
Yes, it is at this moment 32. And count plus plus. So it's going to increment every time we go through the loop. So the way we do loops is we, you initialize.
Wait, actually, before you explain this, I just sent the slide again in the chat. That visualizes the loops.
Yeah, that'd be good. So if you look in the chat, Todd has this flow chart for how for loops work. So first you initialize your variable, that's 1. Then you check, is this test true? That's your condition. If it is, then you go inside the loop and do all the commands inside the loop. In the flowchart here, there's only 1, but in the example you're given, you have 2 lines of code. And then you go to 3, you go to the update, and then you go back to the condition and check, is it still true? So if you want, we could go through that with this.
Yeah. I think, okay, so what I'm understanding about this is that every time we go through, so every iteration, we are going to be dividing the number by 2. But I guess the part that I'm not understanding fully is I know that system out println number, that's going to be 32. So 32 is our first line of code. And then we'll probably just do 32 divided by 2 divided by 2 divided by 2. But I like still don't understand exactly how count is coming into it.
Yeah. So what I do is basically manually, like, with your finger or with your mouse or whatever, go through each line of code and like execute it and keep track at every moment of what count is and what number is. And every time they change, like update
Can we
them.
do it together?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, you start.
Okay. So the first we will be at the for loop. We will be at, or okay, we'll start from the very beginning. So first, number equals 32. So number is now 32. And maybe it's worth like writing that. So maybe just in the output box, we're just gonna use the output box as like a place to be able to write stuff. So how about hit 32, or like number : 32 and yeah, something like that.
You can make the box a bit bigger too.
Oh yeah, in the bottom right.
Bring
You
that
can,
shit out. Yep.
yeah.
Yep.
Okay, so for int I equals, or int count equals 1. So now count equals 1. So write down that in the output so that we've got.
Wait, like that?
Either way, or a :1 or whatever. We're just we're having some way to mark that number is 32, count is 1, because they're gonna change over time.
Okay, so you're saying for the first round, our number is 32, our count is 1.
Yeah,
Because
or
we
at least
have our
right
count-
now. Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah.
Mhm. So
My
now.
my vibe is why. Like, are we? I'm so sorry. This
Yeah.
is like so. I feel like I'm really probably missing something really basic. Okay, we're starting a count at 1, which is what this is saying.
Yep.
Okay, I'm with you.
Yeah.
The next one, our count will be 2 because it's going to be count plus plus.
I think we should slow down. We shouldn't.
Okay.
Because the next thing we do is we check the condition, as which is what that slide that Todd has is the way that the flow chart works. So what's the condition?
Oh, I get it. Okay, so count is less than or equal to 32 in this one.
Yep.
So it satisfies the condition. And then after the condition, we're going to put it into the command.
Yeah, so we're going to go into the loop and we're going to do what?
We're going to say 32 over 2 is 16. Right?
Yeah, but let's do the println also. So first we hit the println.
Okay. Println is 32.
Yep. Yeah. So we'll have this where you're typing now. We'll have that as the output. And then when we're done, we'll just delete everything before it.
Okay. And then we're going to have number, and this is not in system out println. So this is just like, they just want us to compute that.
Yeah, we're just overwriting number. So if we want, we could even just go to the top and replace the 32 with its new value. The top of your output thing.
Right here.
Yeah.
Which is now 16.
Exactly, because this is what Java does. It'll yeah. So now, what you did there is you went to the count plus plus, so that updated count to 2. Yeah. Excellent. Now what happens?
Okay, wait. So when we have something that is not like a system out println, and we have something like this, I guess, why is it number equals number over 2 and not just like number over 2?
Number over 2 would just be a value that is 16 or something like that. Number equals number. It wouldn't do anything to number.
It would just.
It wouldn't do anything.
Oh, I see. Okay, because you're assigning. You're reassigning.
Yeah, exactly.
We are reassigning.
Yep.
The only
Yeah,
way to
exactly.
do anything in code is if there's like a left hand and a right hand. That's like what the equals is. It's like, do the thing.
Dude, I think I might be like the vibe I'm getting for myself is I might be bad at my left and my right. Coding is making me realize I don't know my left and my right, and I also don't even know that there are left and rights.
Do the L with your index and your thumb.
Okay, Kurt. So the next one is gonna be count.
Wait, hold on.
gun,
No.
jump the gun.
Yeah. You're getting ahead of yourself, and you gotta you gotta slow down. Go one line at a time.
Okay.
So first,
32.
so you were at count plus plus.
Yes.
Now where do you go?
We are going back to initialization.
You actually never go back to
Oh, no, sorry,
initialization.
sorry. We're going back to test.
Yep.
Okay. 2 is still less than 16. We're using new number? 2 is
So
still less than 16.
so a variable can only ever have one value. So that's why we're doing this one line at a time. Number, like Java knows nothing of the fact that number was ever anything different. When you reassign a variable, it's reassigned, and like a variable can only have one value at any given time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it is 16 right now.
Yep, it is 16.
Okay, cool. And I thought that it was like I said new number because I was misinterpreting maybe what Todd was saying earlier. Before C was 10 and B was 9. So what you are saying is true. Okay, so current value of number is 16. Count is 2. We are here. We plug it in. 16 over 2 is 8.
Yep.
So number is now 8. Count is now 3. We have that in our output.
Well, don't. Well, oh yeah. If I'm assuming, so yeah, you hit the system.out.println line, right? That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, the system.out.println line is number.
Yeah. Okay. I see what you're
And
saying.
that's the 8, right?
Yes.
And then this is just a command, like what we do next. And then we don't write anything for that. We just plug that in.
Yeah.
too,
Yeah. It just reassigns number.
Right? Yeah. Reassign. Okay, and then we have when we plug it into our test, we have 4. Oh, and then it's equal. So we stop at 4.
Just go one line at a time. So now you're at yeah.
Our count is 4 now.
Yeah, and then you go to
And now
update.
we plug it in.
Or sorry, not update. The condition.
Wait, so hold up. I like when you highlight every single action. Right? So you highlighted the count plus plus and made it go up to a 4.
Yeah.
Then where do you go? Not quite though. You skip something. You skip the test.
Wait.
Yeah, there.
The order is boom.
Yeah, this is why I think we need to highlight where every
boom.
line we're doing.
I'm going back to the chat.
Yeah.
We do test first though.
The first
So
time
looking at
through. But look at the
Yeah.
flow chart.
Oh, I see. 2, 4, 3. Cool.
Boom.
Okay, we tested it. It was okay.
Yeah.
We plugged
Barely.
it in.
Barely
Yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
But it's okay.
Yeah, our count equaled our number. And then we plugged it in. We said 4. And then we did that over 2, which is 2. And then we plugged it into that. And then we were like, it doesn't work. It doesn't. And then the test.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Hey, let's update the things.
Okay.
So you
Oh my
highlighted the count plus plus. Wait. One at a time. One at a time.
Wait, this is like fun. It's like I have 2 really smart little like guys in my computer, and they're like, wait. Okay, so
you printed out the 4. Let's go back. Let's go back. Okay. We did the test. It passed barely. We print out the 4. Let's highlight the printing out the 4.
Printing out the 4 is here.
Boom. All right, and you
Divided
and you
the
did
4
that,
by
right?
2, which is 2.
Boom. We highlight that. Boom.
Boom.
Wait, you
So
highlighted
now
it,
we
but
have number
yeah.
is
Exactly.
2, and we have count is 5.
Whoa,
Which
wait,
is
we didn't. I think we forgot to highlight something.
okay. Count is 5.
Boom. And now we
And
count.
then we were like, wait, the count is no longer less than or equal to the number.
Yeah, buddy.
So we are not writing a line of code.
Yeah.
And it's over.
Boom.
Dang, okay.
And
That
so
was awesome.
I think just to like solidify it, and also like, what if you copy that code? Kurt, do you think we should copy that code and go to JGrasp real quick?
Well, I think we should first finish the problem.
Oh yeah. Sorry. Let's finish the problem.
Whoa, where did you go?
Wait.
I have a question.
Yeah, go ahead.
Boom. So basically, we can just make it so that the output. Yeah.
Wait,
Boom.
Mason said they have a question.
I have a question.
Yeah.
For the practical problems that are like evaluating these expressions and doing loops and stuff, are we supposed to kind of run the code on paper or in our head and not type it in to an IDE and just run the code and get the answers?
Yeah. Unless it tells you to put it into. Yeah.
Yeah, because I was for like. Yeah, I mean that answers my question. That makes sense.
Boom.
Nice. So just to make this a little more easy to follow, something you can do. So go to the line with the for loop, like where the word for happens.
I mean line 4.
Yes. And go to just past the semicolon. That line. Yeah. Now hit enter. And tab over a couple times. Hit tab. Couple more. One more. That's good. All right. Now do the same thing with the other after this semicolon and have it, go over. Right there. That's good. Okay. So now compile and hit the debugger.
Boom. Set a breakpoint though.
Oh, right. So yeah, set a breakpoint at int number equals 32, line 3.
And the way you do that is you kind of, exactly. And then hit that, smash that bug again. Squash it.
What does a breakpoint do? Again,
you'll see right now. Boom.
It makes it stop. So
stop
the first time you hit the debugger button, it just ran the code without stopping at all. So the breakpoint is stop me here. And in the top left, you've got that down arrow button. That is the go to next thing button. So right now we're on this line. Hit that down arrow in the top left. We will execute. Oh wait, I think you hit it multiple times.
Can I go back up?
No. So let's try. Let's just
hit the end button.
Yeah. Hit the end.
The end.
It's near the console, to the left of the console. Yeah. Bam.
Okay.
Now hit the debug again. We're just gonna start over.
Okay.
Bam. Okay, so we're here, and then there's the down arrow.
There are two down. There's that one, and then there's that one.
So the one that's
you guys hear me?
The far left one.
Okay.
Farthest left.
It's almost all the way left. Yeah. So what that did, now you can see towards the bottom left-ish, you can see it says locals, and then it says number equals 32, int. Do you see that? So that's okay, that's one of our local variables. That's what we were keeping track of before. It's going to keep track of this too, because this is exactly what Java does. And now
I
you
see.
can hit the down arrow again. Count, and you can see locals. We've got count equals 1. We've got that variable now. This is like this is our variables like section.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Dude, I
So,
love a debugger.
real
Dumb.
quick,
Wait, this is actually sick.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
real quick, let's walk through this, and you can just like before you click next, you can just say like where it's going to go next
Okay, okay.
And what it's gonna do.
and what it's going to do.
Okay.
So here you would say
So-
it's going to print out number and go to the next line, right?
Okay, yeah. It's gonna print out. Do I say the number or do I just say the order? Is
Say
it
the
gonna print
number.
out? Whoa, you both talked at the same time while I was also talking, so I got none of that.
Say like the number. Say it'll print out 32 and then go to the next one.
It will print out 32 and then it will go to count plus plus, which is the update. Oh,
Not quite.
okay, well
almost.
it'll divide by 2.
Okay, so what is the new value of number going to be?
16.
Cool. And then where will it go?
It will
Count
go
plus
to count plus plus.
Cool. Bam.
And then it'll go back to test.
So what's the new value of, okay, wait. So here's how I think would be good. So would be
Okay.
like, all right,
Value of count is 2. New value of number is 16.
boom. And then it
Um,
goes to,
It goes to test. 2 is less than 16. So it will run again. So it will go to the command, the system.out.println.
cool. Hit that shit.
It will
Bam.
plug in 16. It will then go to number equals number over 2. So it will now reassign 16 as 8.
Wait. We'll do that once we get there. Bam, we're there. Okay.
Well, hold on.
So
'cause
it's very
you
like,
didn't say that it
alright.
would print. Also.
Yeah.
So I'd say
And it will-
say what this line does, and where it will go next.
I'm gonna write like a series of steps really quick.
I mean, I think
Okay,
it's
so
just those. I think it's those two. Say what this line does and what it'll do next.
Okay.
Well,
this
what this line, it's like what this line does, what the. Okay, yeah. No, you're right. Yeah. But including any like variables that are updated.
Yeah, that's. that's
Okay,
what the line
cool.
does.
down, girls. Okay. Okay, what it will do and what's
Where it
next.
will go next. Yeah.
Okay. What it will do, what it just did is we just were in system.out.println. Okay, wait, we were just here. This one printed 16. This one reassigned 16 as 8. Is that not right, Kurt?
Yes.
And then
and
next
you
it will
can
go
see.
to update.
Yeah, and just an additional thing on the left, you see how it's written in red, number equals 8.
Yeah.
That means that
Hasn't
like,
printed yet.
what's that?
It it's not in the output yet. Right?
No. What it means is that just happened. That happened, on the previous line that ran.
Gotcha.
So what is going to happen, or what does this line do, and where is it going to go next?
This line is adding 1 to our count, so our count is now 3, and next it's going to go back to test.
Yeah.
Cool.
So then
Let's
you hit.
see if that's right. Boom.
Now that we're in test, our count is 3, and 3 is less than 8. So we pass our test, and it will go to system.out.println number, and that will be 8. And then next it will go to that the number over 2.
Wait. We're all right,
Yeah.
sorry.
Only act
Now,
on
what
this
line
line.
does?
Yeah.
It'll
Only the
print
current
8.
line. Yeah.
It'll print 8.
What's
And
it gonna
then-
print?
It's gonna print 8.
Yeah.
8.
She did say that.
Well, but you said it on the previous line. I'd say it's like step 1, get to the line.
She said it on this
Step 2.
line also.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
There's a loud fan blowing in Todd's ears.
Yeah, and my
He's-
AirPods died, so I'm just using my laptop speakers.
So he's just gonna be giving you additional instructions
Yeah.
on things you've already done.
Crazy because like usually I feel like I'm pretty clear, but like right now I'm like not being clear. Okay. Okay, next. Okay, that is going to literally print out 8. And then next it's going to go to number equals number over 2. So it's going to which I'm going to go to right now.
Yep.
Yeah.
This is going to reassign our number as number over 2, which is 8 over 2, which is 4. So now our number is 4. Next, it's going to go to count was going to update. So, okay. And now that we're updating, we are turning our count to 4. So now we have a count is equal to 4 and our number is equal to 4. Next, it's going to go to our test. We are in our test. Our test is 4 being the count, equals 4 less than or equal to number, which is equal to 4. So we have our count is equal to our number, passes our test, just. Next, we are going to, barely, and we are going to travel to our command, which is system out println number. We are in our command. Our number is 4. It will say 4. We are traveling to the next line of our command, which is number equals number over 2. Now our number is 2. We are going back to we are headed to our count. We are in our count. Our count is now 5. Our number is 2. We are headed to our test. I don't know if it's like a tester or a test. Our count is 5. Our number is 2. That doesn't fucking work. It doesn't work. It doesn't pass the test.
Doesn't freaking work.
It doesn't freaking work. Sorry for my F-bomb. And I think we're done.
Where do we do go to like the end of the loop. We go to like the closing bracket. And so yeah, and I guess it just goes past that to the end of main. But if there was code after the loop, it would then start executing that. But there isn't. So yeah.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
Yep.
If it's like 32, 16, 8, 4, yay. It would say yay.
So actually, one quick thing, if you press Command L. Yeah, now when we do this in the future, it'll be a lot easier. We'll be able to say, all right, we're gonna print something out and then go to line 8. And then it'll be like, all right, we're gonna divide number by 2, the new value is this, and then we're going to line 6, right?
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay, thank you guys so much.
Yeah. Dude, okay, also, what you just unlocked is kind of like that is what will make this course like, that's all computer science is just being able to say, what is the state of the world, i.e. what are the values of variables, and comparing that to what you think it should be.
Mm-hmm.
So when you're doing a project and there is a bug in your code, you're like, wait, I have this 100 lines of code. I don't know what's going wrong, and it's really hard to figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
You just do like exactly what you did.
Yeah.
You just go, okay, I'm at this line. All the values for these variables look good. And eventually you'll get to a point where you're like, wait a minute, that variable is supposed to be 6,
Jesus,
not 4.
I want to see real feet.
And then you find
that's what America's
the
saying.
bug.
Yeah.
And that's basically the whole course is debugging.
Also, yeah, advertising God
Okay,
during the Super
so-
Bowl with a massive pricey ad is just what he would have wanted.
Okay. Anyway, so we started. We
Nothing
declared
that
a number.
screams Jesus' teachings.
Our number is 32. We have a count, which counts basically. My understanding is like